Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your Daily Tarot. We are going to start out today by looking at the Healing with the Angels Oracle. So welcome back to all of you who are returning viewers or even my awesome subscribers. Thank you for being here. And if you are brand new and you're just now finding me, my name is Toni, and I am so glad that you are here with us. So let's see what messages we have for you today. All right, there we go. We have got harmony. We have got freedom. Oh, I love this. And blessings. You know, there has just been a beautiful theme kind of running through the last few weeks, and I have definitely seen it as in my time, if you're watching this as I release this, which is going to be March 2024, it's Pisces season. And Pisces season is all about the feelings and being able to express our feelings. And Pisces love to go deep. Oh boy, do Pisces go deep, 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 deep into those waters and swim deep. And so they like to uncover those hidden murky truths that sometimes we think that we've gotten kept, buried beneath the surface. They like to find it. And so, but there is freedom in being able to express ourselves and being able to say, this is my truth. This is who I am. This is what I believe, who I love, where I'm going in life. These are really beautiful things, to be able to be authentic with someone, to be able to be vulnerable with someone. There is freedom in being vulnerable. Okay. And so that's really what this is. I find that I see this kind of coming through for a lot of you this week. And in general, I think kind of for the next few weeks, because I just feel this energy wave kind of getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The storyline doesn't seem to be going away. If anything, it's getting louder and louder. That there is the need to find self-harmony, find peace and harmony in our relationships. And that is the blessing that we are all trying to seek, is harmony with our relationships. And that harmony comes from being able to be who you are, be your authentic self, be vulnerable and truthful, and not be afraid of being judged or rejected. And in truth, when somebody shares with you who their heart is and who they are, and what they believe and love and think and feel, you being willing to have compassion and grace and acceptance. So, and that is a blessing. This is just I love the angel pouring the blessings over this quiet, sleeping little town here. It looks like this is at night, and it's, everybody's asleep in the snow, and the angels just flying around, just dropping blessings on everyone. And that's what this is. It's like you're sprinkling blessings on each other as you work towards having harmony in your relationships. And that harmony is achieved by willing to be not just vulnerable and authentic, but accepting and non-judgmental. That leads to freedom for both of you. Okay, so in all relationships, not just specific relationships in your life, but in all relationships. So let's just see what we got here. I'm hearing in my head that we should read freedom. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to glance through it, because I know this is a big, long book, and I don't want to read a whole lot. I just want to get the gist of why is my guide saying, hey, go read freedom. So it says, for freedom, it says, the angels guide you to freely express your true thoughts and your feelings with love, which is just exactly what I said. You may feel trapped right now by life's conditions. By drawing this card, the angels are asking you to realize that you are the only jail keeper that ever surfaces in your own life. When you realize that you have the power to be free, freedom follows. Everything that you do in life is by choice, and you are free to choose again. Even prisoners are free to choose the thoughts so that they feel peace and happiness under any conditions. So this is just about, you have the freedom to choose your thoughts, to choose your reality, to choose your truth. And your truth is only a reflection. Your reality is only a reflection of your inner thoughts and beliefs and habits that you repeat. Okay, so the outside reflects the inside. So are you being honest? Are you being truthful so that your outside can reflect that? Okay, so let's look at one of my all-time favorite decks, the True Heart Tarot. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides of whoever is watching this reading today. What messages do they most need to know? All right, so let's look at the past. Let's see what's created this situation that we're in today. All right, up first, we have the Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords, okay? And then we have the Queen of Cups. Oh, well, here we have the Court showing up right off the bat. So this could be about you and someone else. Let's see what the third card is. And the third card, you got two cards here. We have the Prince of Disc or the Knight of Disc. So you got Swords, Cups, and Pentacles here. And then the Eight of Disc is in reverse. So, okay, it could be that this is more you and more than one person. But regardless, with the Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Prince of Pentacles all being here, it feels like there's definitely, okay, let me pause and say this. I just want to make a little asterisk here. This is for one of you. I'm definitely hearing for one of you. This is a work relationship. The Eight of Pentacles is here in reverse. This is you and someone you work with. It feels like this relationship has been very rocky, maybe even from the very beginning. It feels like someone, could be you, but someone that you work with, is either you or someone you work with, is being very immature here. And that is just kind of keeping this relationship unsteady. And it's making this, you have to work harder than necessary. Okay, so it feels like there is perhaps, and it could be that you are caught in the middle of you and two other people you work with. There's just definitely some disharmony at work. Possibly the boss is trying to help, trying to interject here. But whatever this is, there is definitely, for one of you, this has to do with work, for sure. This has to do with your work life. It could be that the boss is playing the two of you against each other. I do want to say that, with the boss being right in the middle of these two cards, the Knight and the Prince, or Page. But, so we'll see how that plays out. But for one of you watching this, this is definitely a work relationship, and it's just, things are just, there's not been a lot of harmony. It doesn't feel like a blessing. These relationships don't, before, they haven't felt like a blessing or harmonious up to this point. Now, for the rest of us, that doesn't have to do with our work lives. There is just this energy of a lot of the relationships, a lot of the energy that you've been pouring into relationships is just not giving you, is not meeting the needs that they need to, okay? The relationships are not going in the direction that you want them to, okay? And it's not your lack of love or your lack of trying to create healthy relationships, but it could be that you, or it's either you, it could be you, but it could also be the people that you're in relationships with. There's some type of immaturity, misunderstanding, just not willing to be honest, okay? When the Sword of Truth there is down, okay? The Sword of Truth is in reverse. There's just some kind of dishonesty. And I don't mean like they're lying to you about like where they were and what they were doing. I mean like they're not telling their truth, or you are not telling your truth. In other words, this is how I feel about this. This is what I believe. This is, how I see things. There's just some kind of like, it's kind of like, let me give you a good example. Like let's say that you had a racist uncle, and every year for years and years and years, Thanksgiving, you just kind of ignored him, just put up with it, whatever. But then one day you realize, you know what? By not saying anything, I'm just as complicit in this garbage as he is. So finally one day you speak up, okay? So it's kind of like that. It's just, it could be one of these relationships where you try to keep the peace for the sake of keeping the peace, but it just feels like it's getting harder and harder to do, okay? There is nothing really coming from this relationship. It doesn't feel, it just doesn't feel up to this point like it's going to go the distance, or like it's worth even maybe hold on to, okay? So let's see what that has led to in the present. So what's going on right now? All right, so let's go ahead. Up first, we have Ace of Cups. I love that. Here's the timing card. The Six of Swords. So this is coming in about 6 weeks or so, and that's in reverse. And then we have the Six of Coins. So that's interesting. You have the Six of Swords and the Six of Coins right beside the Ace of Cups. So let me spread these out a little bit easier to read here. Okay, so there is a new opportunity. I do think that at some point, this relationship, there was definitely a sense of lack in this relationship. I just don't think there was everybody's needs were not being met. Whether it was being taken for granted, these relationships were being taken for granted, or whether it's because, quite honestly, this Six of Swords here kind of tells me somebody, again, just never felt like they were able to be fully honest. And so, okay, it could just be, let me say, sometimes you have relationships with people who have big personalities, big opinions, and you just don't necessarily want to start something. You don't want to disagree, and so you just kind of keep your mouth shut. It could be like that, okay? But there is definitely, you've been holding back, okay? There has definitely been some, you haven't been fully able to be authentic. You haven't been able to be fully truthful with this person about how you think or feel or what you need. And your needs have not been met. And honestly, because your needs are not being met, theirs are not either, no matter what you think. This is not a healthy, fully healthy relationship in the way you would like it to be. You have considered ending this relationship, but it's interesting because it feels like there is a turnaround here. It feels like there is a new opportunity to fix this. And that is really what this freedom, blessings, and harmony is. Okay. The freedom, this is the freedom card here really does kind of reflect here. This is the, maybe you thought leaving would give you the freedom you need, but suddenly there's just this beautiful blessing that comes in, and learning to be fully accepting, fully loving, fully compassionate, have grace and understanding and non-judgment of someone else, and to hold that standard for yourself as well. And when you're looking at them, and not have judgment, compassion, or judgment and just sitting there and like, well, I disagree with you. There's just this energy of kind of harmony. And that harmony kind of leads to the freedom of blessings. And these blessings are finally starting to recognize, how are you not seeing each other? How are you not taking care of each other's needs? How are your needs not being met because you weren't taking care of their needs? There's just this beautiful opportunity. This it almost feels like it's coming to a crescendo. The last few weeks' readings are really leading to this beautiful peak of, it's like we're able to heal this relationship that we've wanted to heal for so long, something that matters a lot to us that we haven't been willing to give up on, but we've wanted to. It feels like there's just this opportunity to reset and clean slate and start over. Okay, so let's see where this leads. So where are we going? Up first, we have the Hermit. There is Virgo in reverse. So here's some wisdom, some self-reflection, opportunity. Beautiful. Two of Wands. Look, there's the two of you. And the last card we have is the Ace of Swords is in reverse. And then underneath, supporting the reading, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Cups is in reverse, Five of Wands, nice, is in reverse, a lot of reversals. King of Wands is in reverse, Nine of Discs is in reverse, wow. Devil's in reverse, and we're going to end on Emperor. Nope, we're going to end on Star. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the future before we go to what sports. Incoming energy. Hierophant, like I said, Virgo, Two of Wands, and Ace of Swords. This is this energy of, okay, I'm not saying it's all going to be smooth sailing, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this gives you the opportunity to finally have freedom to express who you are. It's like you're finally not holding yourself back. The Hermit's in reverse. You're no longer, you're shining a light on your truth. And this gives the two of you this opportunity to move forward together. You don't always have to see eye to eye. You're not always going to see, it's not always going to be just rainbows and butterflies and sunshine and, unicorns, but you at least now are able to speak your truth. Let me ask one question before I look at the underlying energy. Please clarify this Ace of Swords. Why is this here? It's funny, I'm not going to take it, but look, remember when I said sunshine? There's the sun. We have, interesting, the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords has to do with the struggle. Oh, interesting. Above that's the Fool, below that's the Six of Cups. So really, really loving each other. This is kind of going back to the Ace of Swords. This feels like there is this opportunity to kind of heal some old unhealed childhood wounds coming up in the future. I don't think this is a one and done thing. I think you're able to speak your truth. You're able to finally express it, that this person and you are able to make some headway. But I also think this is not just a one and done thing. I think that this is going to have to be, it's going to come up again and again. But as it does, this is really giving you the opportunity for you to do some inner child work, some inner child healing. And I love that, the Fool. Make room for that unhealed parts of yourself to finally quiet down and give yourself new opportunities for growth, for healing, for expansion. Beautiful energy. So like I said, this is not a one and done thing, but I don't think you would want that anyway. I think that this needs to be an ongoing conversation, because this conversation is about you both being able to express who you are at a soul level, to have the freedom to find harmony in accepting each other. And that, what a blessing it is just to be seen and loved and accepted, right? The underlying energy, let's go over that one more time. So we talk about what's happening here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay. So, you know, things haven't always been very honest here, okay? And as such, this relationships that you have, this lack of honesty, there's just been this real struggle to the Five of Wands here. There's just been this kind of internal struggle that's kept you feeling overwhelmed. And it's just not been able to be... The relationship's good, but it could be better, and you know it. And so that struggle, it's like, you know, you've never been able to... King of Wands is in reverse, the Devil's in reverse here. You've never been able to fully show the big picture of who you are. You've always kind of held yourself back. You've always been afraid. That's Capricorn there. Nine of Discs, and as a result, this relationship was never as fulfilling as it could be. Okay, you didn't get out of it. And it's not just this relationship. Here's the thing. Again, we don't live in a vacuum, and so if you're not able to be fully authentic with one relationship, it is going to impact you in all directions and every aspect of your life. And so this is kind of what this is saying. Up to this point, there's just been a lot of internal struggle, a lot of worry, a lot of fear, and that's been holding you back, okay? That's created a sense of lack or even a block within your life. But this opportunity for you to finally be able to be truthful for the first time with someone, to be vulnerable, to be real, to be authentic. Man, does that set you free. Emperor and Star. There is Aries and Aquarius. Aquarius showing up a lot here today. Just healing, expansion, new opportunities, really stepping into the true self, the Emperor, the divine self, the person who is not afraid of what anybody else thinks. You know, they're the HBIC in this case, or I guess in this case, the HEIC. But they're healed and expanded and fully standing in the truth. And so there is just this opportunity. There is a blessing coming for you when you finally are honest, when you're finally truthful with, and I think that this is kind of an ongoing story we've been talking about all week, but this truth just, it's like as soon as you're able to be honest, they are too. And I feel like this shift, like I said, this is going to be about over the next 6 weeks. And yesterday, if you watched yesterday's daily reading, very similar reading, but that actually said this starts now. And if you're watching this as I'm releasing this video in live time and the end of March 2024, it's beginning in Aries season. It'll go into Taurus season and finish playing out through Libra season. So like I said, this is probably not a one and done conversation. There's going to be multiple conversations that are going to have ripple effects. But that's the best thing ever for you, okay? So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did and you're still here, thank you so much. Please be sure to give me a like, a comment, so I know I'm not talking to myself, or share it with somebody who might find this useful. And I hope that you will come back and see me again tomorrow. And until I see you again next time, love you.